Y'all. Let me put this. Maybe you can hear me better. Okay. June 20th. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. There's no one in here. I know these are kind of sporadic. It's probably just gonna be this way for a while until we kind of figure it out. But my little one's asleep and I wanted to try to do this while he's asleep because yesterday, boy, he is hell on wheels, y'all. Hell on wheels. I love him. But damn. June 20th, 2019. This is going to be your daily real shit message. All right. All right, all right. June 20th, 2019. It's 11. It's an 11 day. I would say today, if you have shit to do, do it. Necessarily impatient, but like I have the energy to do it, so like just I want to do it. You know what I mean? Which I've been kind of feeling spurts of, like not procrastinating. I think I've been saying that in quite a few of the readings. Yeah, and there's also like kind of a, what I'm being shown is like a get up, show up, like just show up. It kind of goes along with like don't procrastinate. A little bit of like I guess that would be consistency as well. Someone drive a bus. Interesting symbolism. You may feel responsible for a lot of people. You may feel like you're leading a lot of people. The concentration is actually on the person driving the bus and not the rest of the people in the bus. So I would have to say that someone is feeling like they are the leader or they need to take the lead. It does look like a tour bus. So this is like, oh, well, that makes sense because it's an 11 day. Because when you are the driver of the tour bus and you have that little thing, right, and you're telling people about whatever, because you have the knowledge, right? 11 is a master number, so it's about teaching as well. So it would make sense that you would be responsible for giving people information. Today already feels busy. I want to get a goddess card before we get started. Well, I guess that is the start. Not before we get started. Also, if y'all want to support the channel, all of the links are down there in the description box to donate. Or Newt. I'm not sure how to say that. N-U-T, okay? Related to Aquarius, all right? And the star card. Very interesting because I think, is it the moon, the new moon that's going to go into Aquarius? I don't know. There's something so divine in nature about the energy that we're in. Like I've been saying, the veil is almost non-existent. There's something so, I don't know how to say it, divine. So it's interesting that we get a card that's related to the star card, especially because I do think there's something going into Aquarius. I think it's the moon. I don't know. Y'all can leave it in the comment section. The leader of that bus, the driver of that tour bus, may also be sharing spiritual knowledge and ancient knowledge. Okay, because now I'm seeing pyramids. It was a road, like you know how in a picture the road gets more narrow as it goes down, because it's further away. It was like that, and then it like up and turned into a pyramid, and then I'm actually seeing. So this is like really ancient knowledge that people either have to share with you, or I feel more like you will be sharing this with someone, especially if you're hope, clarity, music of the universe, beauty and hope after troubled times. If you've been unwell or set back, now is the time to trust and hope all is well. And I think a lot of people have been feeling that energy, set back, blocked. I mean, it's been intense. It's been fucking intense, but it's gonna lighten up for a minute, Now's the time of healing. That's what I said yesterday, kind of like everything that broke away, everything that came out into the open, it's for the better. Get it out, get it open. Fuck them. Expression. Expression. Good morning. Whoa, a bunch of messages just popped up. I don't know why they disappear. Good morning to everyone. Came across you for the first time last night, sticking around. Awesome, awesome. Expression. I'm telling you, there's going to be truths that you express, and it looks to me ancient. And look how she's wearing a veil. But when I first saw it, kind of looks like she's coming up out of the water, like she's surfacing. Maybe her information is surfacing. I love it. I love the imagery here. And I love that the flowers are in full bloom. Some of you may want to calm your mind with flute music. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, I love how the flowers are in full blossom coming up out of her head, like her information is bearing fruit and blossoming, right? It's good information, it's good fruit, okay? From the crown chakra. Her expression is, you know what I'm saying? I know I see shit attached to people all the time that I'm like, holy hell, that looks dark. Like, that looks like something straight out of a fucking sci-fi movie. Life's joyful admiration, the sun. Now, it did come in reverse, but I feel like this is where we were coming out of, okay? We're coming out of that. Like I said, it's been intense. There's been a lot of truth spread. There's been a lot of breakups. There's been a lot of realizations that you need to break up. And I'm not just talking about marriages and romantic relationships. I'm talking about you and a boss, you and a job, you and a business partner, you and a friend, you know? Oh, thank you. I don't know why they're disappearing, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go in and set something or what. Alan Smith, thank you. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna, like, the sun has maybe been like this, but it's coming out. There's something maybe it's because today is an 11 number, right? And interestingly enough, as I stated the other day, if you go back and watch my videos on all the really intense energy where I'm like, fuck, like, just let it clear away, like, I'm just ready for it to be done, there's a big storm. There was a huge storm here last night. We lost power for like a minute, but it wasn't even like the rain and stuff that was like horrible. It was the wind. The wind was freaking insane. And as I say all the time, I love a good storm, and to me that's nature's way to cleanse the earth and the energy. The full begin life's adventure. What did I tell you? I went ahead and left this in the upright because I feel like it's been in the reverse, and that's what we are coming out of, and the sun is coming out, and we are now able to start on our new journey with our new information or our new understanding of information. There's been major paradigm shifts in this month of June and the end of May. Even towards the end of April started to be like really different. That's when I got the message that people needed to see me. That's when all of the like bare truth, raw nakedness started to come out. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of been, and there's a lot about to happen in the month of July. July, I'm here. Get ready for a real one. Get ready for a real one. And it's interesting that the first image I was, well, not the first image, but one of the first images I was shown was happy birthday to somebody. I don't, okay, so that's just a celebration. Oh, that's a wedding cake. Okay, well, congratulations to whoever that's for. Was the bus, driving the bus, and it was happened to be a tour bus, and then we get the full Begin Life's Adventure. I'm also seeing the alligator. I have to think about that one for a minute. Oh, okay. Hold on. Y'all be watching, because the way that they're showing me the alligator, he's moving real slow, and barely his little eyes are peeking out of the water. And he's in his territory. Okay. So y'all just, you don't have to be real known. Just make sure you're paying attention. Your second anniversary. Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Happy anniversary. All right. The Eight of Pentacles. Easy money. And the Eight of Cups. Leaving love. They both came out together, and they both came out. And the reason I love that this came out like this in the reverse, I'm showing you upright, but they came in the reverse, is because remember that one of the first things I said was don't procrastinate, consistency, okay? Kind of like showing up to work, making sure, like I'm not getting an easy money feeling. I'm getting a now's the time to have the energy and put in the effort, right? Later on, I feel like it will level out. Right now, I'm feeling like if you have the energy to work. I feel like it's going to pay off. I don't feel like easy money right now. I feel like hard work right now. Like straight grind time. Okay. And the Eight of Cups, leaving love, coming in the reverse position. I feel like a lot of people have started to develop relationships and partnerships and started to see truths that have led them to certain people, and because they are jaded, and this is true in my case, so I'm speaking from experience, they're having trouble, and every thing that happens, no matter how beautiful it is, especially almost the more beautiful it is and the more right it seems, the more you may catch yourself wanting to flee the scene, right? To stay guarded. Self-preservation, y'all, self-preservation. But I love that it came in reverse, okay? Maybe it's not time to leave love, and maybe you thought you were leaving love. Maybe you're leaving a really toxic, fucked up situation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fuck them. Leave them where they're at. Some of them, look here. I said this yesterday. Some of them were there 15 years ago, and they'll be there 15 years from now. Some people are right now all they're ever going to be. You're not leaving love. You're leaving stagnation. Oh, wow, beautiful. Okay, and I'm seeing a swan, okay? And that every time I see the swan, I think of the ugly duckling. Okay, the novice, opportunity, absolutely. With the Five of, I think that is swords, okay? Defeat of the mind, but it's coming in reverse. Okay, I'll show you again, right? But it did come in the reverse. Okay, there's opportunity. I don't think you'll be conflicted about this opportunity. I think you will know full and well. Now, you may be conflicted about taking the opportunity because it may involve leaving people behind, especially today. Look at all the imagery that we've been getting. The person driving the bus who's responsible for all of these people, who's responsible for giving the information, responsible for giving the tour, responsible for guiding them in the right direction. Okay, the pyramid, the road that turns into the pyramid. Okay, the pyramid is a direct representation of the consciousness, electricity, frequency, connection, power, knowledge, okay? So when you have the road, the path that you go down that leads to the pyramid, think about that for a second, all right? And then we get the alligator whose eyes are barely above the water in his element, going slow, peeping all the shit that's happening around him, okay? So I feel like you know full and well what's going on, and you'll be given plenty of opportunity to act. I think the Five of Swords is coming in reverse, because I don't think that there will be a conflict of what way you need to go, right? Because in the Five of Swords energy, nobody can win. Victory at all cost is not a victory at all right? Nobody wins in war. Nobody wins in a battle, okay? They just don't, all right? And so when you are in the reverse position of that energy, it's really knowing when to just cut your losses. Just cut your losses. It's not worth it. It's not worth hurting. It's not worth hurting other people, letting them hurt you. Now, it may fucking suck to leave the people behind, right? It sucks. Like I talked about that to my friend the other day. Like he's got such a huge heart, and I know if he was capable, he would stick everyone that he loves in his back pocket and carry them through life. He would, but you can't. You cannot. As stated before, some people are all they are ever going to be. The Ten of Pentacles, no, I'm sorry, the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Wands alliance. Now, the Nine of Pentacles did come in the reverse position. Okay, wait for the moment. An alliance. All right. I think the Nine of Pentacles is coming in the reverse position because maybe the alliance, that's like what and it's actually coming over that Eight of Cups that came in the reverse. Okay. I think we have started to make connections. Okay. And this may be, especially because I'm seeing someone like they just passed by. It looks like they're on the boardwalk or something. Okay. A lot of you have already passed by. You've seen these people. You've seen this person specifically. There's a person you've already made eye contact with. And that may be it. Some of these people you actually are developing relationships. Some of the relationships are taking new turns. You've actually had business conversations with, but others of you, you have just seen this person in passing, but it's not like you just noticed them from across the way. I mean, you've actually made eye contact. You would have felt it. You would have seen something different in their eyes and them you. Like you looked at each other just a little bit longer, or maybe did a double take or something like that. For whoever this is specific messages for, I'm actually seeing you on the boardwalk in California, or I don't know, it looks to be around, I don't know, I would say 10 a.m. to maybe noon. Interesting. But you need to wait for that moment for that alliance to form. Don't rush it. It will come back around. You're thinking like, okay, because somebody's thinking, I don't know, like they've lost the opportunity, or maybe they should have done something or said something more. Trust the universe, because that person, whoever that is, they're going to come back around. I don't know how you're going to bump into them. I don't know. Now I'm seeing a grocery store. It could be at the freaking produce section of a grocery store. I don't know. You will see that person again. You will bump. No, because you frequent one of the same places you don't even know you frequent yet. Okay, so whoever that message is for, wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords, Cruel Thoughts, and the Two of Swords, Peace After Pain. I love this. They're coming out. I love how they are pairing up. I love how the cards are shooting out in pairs. I love this. So after the cruel thoughts, there is peace after pain. Okay, after the stress, after all the bullshit, after the storm clears, all right, there is peace after pain. Today is going to be a beautiful day, y'all. I mean, I feel it. I felt it when I woke up. I didn't sleep that well either. Interesting. I didn't sleep that well, but I feel very rested. Shadow self. Shadow Self, I think, is going to continue to come out a lot, probably until the winter solstice or after the winter solstice. And I think a lot of us, even if you've been doing the shadow work, there's always deeper. You can always go deeper. And I think Neptune is going retrograde. I'm not sure when, but I feel like that's like coming. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I mentioned it, and that's what I'm actually being shown. That is it called a trident or a triton? I don't freaking know. The Ariel's dad's thing. Hope and gratitude. Excuse me. Hope and gratitude, absolutely. And I love the first card we got out was a card related to the star card related to Aquarius. Okay, so I absolutely love that also is in relation to hope and being grateful for what the universe has presented to you, grateful for no matter how shitty the situation seems, y'all, you have to be grateful and for the truth coming out, right? And then you have to be grateful that the universe gives you opportunity to exit people out and leave them alone. Sorry, I just got a message. And be presented with this motherfucker. Be presented with new people. I'm sorry, y'all. And destined to be with the Three of Wands. Okay, shooting out with the Three of Cups, grace. Okay, and the Magician, as above so below. As they shot out together. I cannot fuck with him right now. Okay. As he messages, destined to be, grace. Handle whatever it is with grace. Let it unfold naturally. The Magician, as above, so below. A lot of you are connecting back with your soul. That's what I'm saying. There's been a massive purge and energy shift. This motherfucker got me tongue-tied. As humans, we need to connect, right? And when we're not connecting to the right people, we'll connect with anything. You'll see this in the animal world as well. And I don't know. When it's time to go, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have formed connections that were never meant to be, and now we're reuniting with things that are meant to be. It's destined to be. A lot of us reconnecting with ancestors, old family, finding out things about their lineage. And I'm not talking about through Ancestry.com. That's a fucking scam, but whatever. You have people that are using the internet to connect to people like never before. We're sharing a lot of these same past life memories. A lot of shit is happening. It's such an interesting time to be in. Deep breath. And I'm actually seeing a skull. Y'all know I love skulls because they symbolize death and rebirth and human psyche. They symbolize so much to me. I absolutely love it. I'm seeing skulls because there has been a lot of death symbolically and literally, but also to make room to have new life, new connections, solid connections. Many of the people that we are connecting with currently, we have been connected with in the past, and we will continue to be connected with if we have to come back. Hopefully we don't have to come back, right? Unless things are more in balance, yeah? So much deaths lately. Yeah, but not for nothing. Know that. Not for nothing. I want to pull another goddess card, okay? Diana, related to Taurus and Gemini, related to the Knight of Swords. She is the focused energy of moonlight and the magic of the trees. She knows their wisdom and channels it all into a goal. Focus, set goals, set clear intentions, and honor them fully. that's kind of what I was saying about being consistent, having the energy. I don't feel like now is a time of rest. I feel like now is grind time. Get it done. Clean your house. If you run a business, start, I know me personally, I'm about to like bunker down for a couple of days and maybe even call my sister in and pay her to just fucking knock out a bunch of shit and stock the shop up before I go back out. Um, so that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Show up, be consistent, work hard. There will be a time for another break. Maybe even, this weekend. But currently on today, I'm feeling very busy. I'm feeling like we should be very busy, and I'm feeling like don't procrastinate, fucking get it done. You know what I'm saying? Someone's going to express the way that they feel. If there was a question, it won't be a question after today. And it may not be necessarily in words. Awakening. Awakening. Yeah, there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of that. All right. What is your perception of sanctuary? What does that mean to you? Sanctuary came up yesterday. Sanctuary has also come up in several personal readings. Change. All right. I love that awakening, perception, and sanctuary come out just like that before change. Okay, so I think it's time to change our perception, change our sanctuary. All right, what does an awakening bring? Change. And again, today is an 11, and I've got to go get these nails fixed. I've got to find somebody that will fucking do it, or do it myself, which is harder for me to do with everything that I do. But I probably should have done it myself in the first place, and then they wouldn't be broke. Oh, non-sculpting ass. Anyway, that's my rant. Sorry. I can't stand people that don't take pride in what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a nail tech, fucking take pride in what you do. I'm not a nail tech, and I do badass nails. Like, I take pride in everything that I do. There's obviously a message in that. First, take pride in what you do, man. Whatever what you do. That paper shit only started not so many years ago. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are very skilled and talented without a piece of paper behind them. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. And it also goes right along with that message of being consistent and showing up. I'm seeing someone that does not have a high school education. Because of the piece of paper. If you're that worried about it, use the current energy to go back and get your GED. However, and there's a direct message to stay consistent and show up. That loyalty and that knowledge and skill and experience will take you very, very far, especially with the connections that are being formed currently. Okay, there's a lot to be said for a hard worker that's skilled and experienced. Okay, a lot more than a piece of paper. I know a lot of motherfuckers that have spent a lot of money on school and have a degree that cannot get hired because, first of all, they have no common sense. They don't have a loyal bone in their body. And secondly, they do not have the experience. They do not have the hands-on experience. And the degree will only take you so far as well. So, yeah, for whoever that's for. I love you all so much. And I'm going to knock out a love video, and then I'm going to be about